of the country. Yeah, Quito Laura Solonte. The old mom is also Lone Star Cell brand ambassador. Yeah, absolutely. Sarah Dopo. Great story. The sacrifices of a mother pays off. Yeah. All right. Jeanette Mayer, welcome to you. Yeah. That's the story of this minister of public works, where she started from. Humble beginnings, you know. So when we see these people around us, I met this minister in Washington, D.C., I met her in New York and all of that when the president came, visited the country here. Uh yeah. So, Madam Minister, if you are still following, we say welcome to you. Thank you for your hard work, your story. Going back to your mother's story is every one of us story here. Is the average Joe Blow, the average Liberian man story. Yeah. Emmanuel JJ, poor country woman. She started with one bag of rice. I bet she educated all her children. Absolutely. All her children. This minister today went to school and became an engineer from that one bag of rice. One bag of rice. Hard working old moms. They sell better ball, they sell fire coal, they do this, they do that. Today the old mom, yeah. Emmanuel JJ, 1975, 77, they used to call those old man country women, uncivilized women. Yeah. My matter son, Mr. Gilman, I'm kindly asking all to please keep our brothers of Spoon FM in their prayers because of the critical accident condition they were involved in. We offer prayers for all those in the vehicles. They are Liberians, and we hope and pray that their lives are secure. Uh, if they sustain injuries, speedy recovery. Godspeed recovery for all of them. Confident D, one of the hard-working minister in this government. Telvin Thompson from Paris, welcome. Charlene Pratt, great story. Humble yourself, and God will lift you up. Yep, absolutely, Madam Minister. She said, my pleasure, and thank you so much. No doubt. Thank you for being here. We had a little technical glitch, but we are on course. Yeah. Philip Daniels, welcome there from Arizona. And indeed, Emmanuel JJ, our prayers are with all of those that are in the car. All right. So that's the minister's story there, Ruth Cocker Collins. And she said, thanks to all of us again. Her pleasure. We hope to have her here one day soon to discuss about.
And to Mr. Gilman,
Hey, yeah. Miss Chapin.
yeah,
Basically,
to that story,
yeah.
confirm that story. My mom, because we're talking about grandfather, my cousin called me and then I was getting some information from my mom.
Yeah.
On my grandfather relations and estate.
Yeah.
So in Riverside. And then I got to know that Ruth Coker Collins and I shared it. Ruth Coker Collins' mother.
Yeah.
And my family, the Bessages.
The Bessages, yeah.
We share the same maternal great grandmother.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So my mom was telling me that. And that restaurant, true, because my mom told me that because my mom had a little rest shop on Mackley Street. She used to sell rice by bag.
Yeah.
She said Coca-Cola mom used to go there
to buy rice.
Yeah.
Wow.
She confirmed to me.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Miss Chapin there from all the way Australia on set with us here tonight. Yeah. And the minister responded. She said, "So true." Miss Chapin. The minister.
Yeah. So we are cursing in a way.
Right. She said, so true.
Yeah, the Roof Coca-Cola mother is a Bani, so the Banis are cousin to us, to the Bweseji.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to my cousin Mary Bweseji,
Uh-huh.
Uncle Sam. Yeah, she was telling me that Ruth Coca-Cola is trying to build something in Rivers, even the old man house, our grandfather house.
Yeah.
That's why she's doing her things.
Wow.
So, hello, cousin. Thank you for the hard work. And thank you for the Riverside Road. But we'll talk later. I'll see I can get a call to talk to you one of these days.
Right, right. Thank, thank you, Miss Chapin. And again, Madam Coca Collins, thank you very much. That's a very success story from $25, able to educate your children and all of that. You know, I mean, the Oma explained a lot that day, but she was happy too that President Weah built for her a brand new market on the old road. She's superintendent. The market now has warehouses, it has bathrooms, and all of that. You know, I mean, that's what we want for our country. That people can appreciate the development and they can make use of it. All right. So, folks, are welcome. Welcome. If you're just joining us here, this is the program Liberia First on Hard Talk. We are coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. Our conversation tonight centers on the monologue here, lying and faking it to the top. The lies and confessions of Liberia's opposition figures. How did their lies impact the Liberia body politic? Does their respective confessions or apologies change your thoughts and beliefs about them? Should they face prosecution and why? Okay. You've listened to the confessions of the various opposition figures from the Henry Costa down to the young man there in Philadelphia tonight, Sheikh Sakor, the former deputy minister Eugene Fagon, their conspiracies, uh, uh, the TRC, former TRC chairman, uh, uh, I call him the deadbeat dad, Jerome Verdier, in a conspiracy to lie on Jefferson Koji, the mayor of Monrovia, Valley Tele, a officer at the Monrovia City Police, the confession of Justina Taylor, which is the root or one of the roots to the lies against the mayor. Justina Taylor will come out to say it was Henry Costa and Bernard Ure who concocted the plot. They told me to lie on the mayor. Costa will come out to say, "Don't mind Justina Taylor. That is she talking a lie." Costa, Koji da pigin, Braga, Braga, Koji da pigin. You are Koji the same age. Koji, if we are no war, okay. When did these people? When did they realize that what they were saying were all lies and attempts to malign a young man's character? Yeah. Emmanuel JJ, Mr. Gilmer, if this minister stays at Ministry of Public Works next year after the election, I will open a construction inspection company in Liberia just for roadway inspection. Great. Wilton Ketter, this is a small world. We are all interrelated, no matter where you're from. Liberians are all one big family. We should not allow politics to dictate our relationship as a people and country. Oh, wow. Madam Coca Collins, the Madam Minister just said I hope you could join us for the groundbreaking ceremony on the corridor between Tapita to Town, the gateway to the southeast. Madam Collins, I will call you so that we can talk about it because I'm due in Liberia, but I don't know when is the groundbreaking ceremony. I will call you so that we can talk about it. That would be awesome. Whether I'm there or not, whether that program takes place before I come to Liberia, we'll have a representative there. See, wow, that's breaking news right here. That's breaking news on GST. Let me pin that comment for all of us to see it. Yeah, let me pin that comment for the minister there so that we all see it. And yeah. Entrepreneur Rosa Pure, Mas SP Pelu. We have the Minister of Public Works following the show tonight from Monrovia, and she just did a breaking news here that the road, the corridor between Tapita to Town, that's from Nema to Grand Judah, is about to be groundbreaking ceremony about to happen, and you know, Madam Minister, you know, it, that would be historic. That would be very, very historic because in the 60s, it was my dad, my late father, who connected Grand Judah to Nema County. Yeah. And how he took my stepmom from Tapita. Yeah. So going back to build that road, to open up that corridor from Tapita to Town to Zwedru, it would be very, very historic. I wish I can make it, but that's great news for all of us here, especially those in the southeast. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. Smooth Rich, where you been? Smooth Rich, where you been? You gotta call me, my mate. I know you block this comment. Block it for what? You're not costing nobody in the comment. Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know. I never seen you for quite a while. Rich, Smooth Rich. I never seen you for quite a while. Uh yeah, absolutely. That's breaking news right here. We're gonna run with that news. We'll find out. We'll talk to the minister when is the groundbreaking ceremony, and we will see what we can do. Yeah, absolutely. Great job. Thomas Weeks, thank you for the stars there. Bruno Briswell, thank you for the stars as well. Harriet Wise, thank you for the stars as always. Marie Pine, the only thing I want is the Sano County Road. that's the that's the that that's the corridor to the southeast. Yeah. Kefa Son, she is one of our hardworking ministers. Absolutely. She is. Sarah Dopo, that's awesome. Thanks, Madam Minister, for your hard work in ensuring that the Propo agenda is on course through road connectivity. Cecilia Yagbawlo. Yeah. Emmanuel JJ, Mr. Giver, the most hardworking ministers in this government are women, except for TWEAH. Philip Baswa, Zulu Whiskey, Philip Baswa. Madam Minister, just know that history will remember you greatly. You're about to make our people happy. All thanks to Mr. President. Louis Taylor, welcome. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So Soon and very soon, the corridor to the southeast, Tapita to Zwedru Highway, or Tapita to Totown, is about to a groundbreaking program is about to happen. And the good thing about this president is when he breaks grounds, you know, when they were doing all the groundbreaking ceremony, Gina Mayer, the opposition used to say, all the groundbreaking the man doing, he will cause earthquake in the country. He will cause earthquake in the country. All the groundbreaking he doing, digging hole every day with shovel. Yeah. Bruno Breswell says, I'm drinking a glass of red wine to that. Absolutely. Let me toast and share with you here, Bruno, with my lemonade. All right, Bruno Breswell. And Henry Doe, the minister already accepted to come on the platform anytime. We're going to arrange with her and talk to her about that. Okay? And we're going to have an early show with her. Bruno Breswell, cheers to more roads, good roads, road connectivity, to the Minister of Public Works, to the President of the Republic. You drink a red wine, I drink my lemonade. Joanna Zulu, thanks, my hard-working minister. Yeah. Okay. Canada, America, welcome to you. When did they realize that this story about Jeff Koji? Saros Momo Samula, welcome. Mr. Secretary General, welcome. When did they realize that they were all lies, fake stories, made up against a young mayor? Was it out of envy? Was it out of jealousy? When did they realize that? Okay, that's the topic we are discussing here tonight. But first, President WEAH made a state visit to Israel. And while in Israel, he was met on arrival by the president of Israel, Isaac Herzog, the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and the people of that country all embraced the president very warmly, very passionately, with honors and respect. They welcome him, they honor him, they awarded him the Friends of Zion Award, one of the prestigious awards given by the government and people of Israel. So President WEAH now is in the same spotlight with former United States presidents George Bush, Donald Trump, the Pope Francis. They all received, among many others, but limited others, they all received that award. Okay, Friends of Zion Award. And they don't just give it to anybody. Yeah, William K. Sumawulu, the payment is still going on. We are receiving payments. Please, you got my number. That's the Cash App or the Zelle. Thank you, Confident D. Say yes, it is. Yeah. The payment going on until we get to Minnesota. All right. Yeah, Sam Ricks. Thank you. Sam Ricks, we'll go back to our story. Sam Ricks did send an additional $100 as his donation. Besides $175, he sent additional $100 for the convention. So that puts him in a category of VIP. Yeah. Sam Rex, thank you very much. Yeah. Sumawolu, the payment still goes on, okay? Yeah. Okay. So President WEAH was honored in Israel. You know, I mean, let me bring you to speed with how the president was received in Israel. While our colleagues were in Anosiatule in uh in Philadelphia. This was the president's arrival.
This is Executive Mansion Live. We are here in Jerusalem. To be specific, we are what they call Hanansi, or the president's residence. We are here to bring you the arrival ceremony of His Excellency Dr. Josh Manowiah, where he's expected to hold bilateral discussion with the President of Israel, Isaac Herzog. We are keep posted. Here to join the President for these all important discussions. Like I said, this is the first of two bilateral meetings that will be held today. The first one is with the President, the next one will be with the Prime Minister. The sixth now is Senator Boni. We have Thomas Fala. We have the Minister of National Defense here. We also have the Minister of National Defense, Liz Younger. We have also the Minister of Commerce and Industry. Of course, you have the Minister of Health, Dr. William Najala, the government spokesperson, Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism. We have, of course, these are high-profile personnel. You also have the SEF, the stakes are high, or the set for his arrival. We hope you are enjoying your. There he is, His Excellency Dr. Josh Manowiah. He's embarked on his vehicle. He's been greeted by President Isaac Herzog, and the First Lady also greets her counterpart. So they will then take the red carpet where the national anthems will be played. So we are trying to take position to be able to bring to the president. Next, you will hear the national
Okay, that was President WEAH being met on arrival by the president. of Israel, Isaac Herzog. After that, the president met with the prime minister, Benjamin Netanyahu. Uh, he met with Benjamin Netanyahu right here. Let me show this to all of us here. Okay. Yeah. And I want you to listen to the warm greetings, the words spoken there by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to the president. Okay.
How are you, my friend? Welcome.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Pleasure.
Wonderful to see you.
Looking younger.
How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Nice suit. You're looking younger. Okay.
I want to show Mr. President, this is for you. It's a commemoration of a previous visit. So we'll have another one for the next visit. Thank you. Let's have a handshake. This is the most.
Yeah, bro, your handshake.
Thank you. Between two great friends.
Yeah.
And it's one.
Handshake.
Thank you. Between two great friends.
Yeah. Handshake.
Thank you. Between two great friends.
Yeah. Handshake.
Thank you. Between two great friends.
Handshake.
Thank you. Between two great friends.
You heard that? Christopher Wolote Togbasi, Amadou Blend. Let's have a handshake, Mr. President. Yes, I brought your handshake. All right. So, what that tells me is that the first time they met, that handshake was very symbolic. You remember when and let me play back again. You listen, we'll discuss that.
Yeah, bro, your handshake.
Thank you. Between two great friends.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful to see you back in
Good to see you
Jerusalem.
again.
Thank you. Please sit down.
Okay, look at this picture. Look at this picture right here. Officials alongside their counterpart, officials of Liberia alongside their counterpart, holding a conversation.
Please sit down.
Holding a conversation, a bilateral conversation that benefits two countries, two peoples. Okay? Look at the flag of the Republic of Liberia alongside the flag of Israel in that gathering. Look at that. Eh? Look at that. Let me pause it here. Look at that picture. Did you see the pictures from our friends in the opposition sitting down with DC lobbyist Alan White, Michael Rubin, and others discussing sanctions against our country and people? Did you see that? Eh? Harriet Weiser, look at this picture. Look at our flag, the flag of the Republic, alongside the flag of Israel. Two great friends. I brought your handshake. You remember when President WEAH went to the G7? I think that was in Paris. That picture with Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu, how they were looking at President WEAH. Yeah? You remember that? Okay. The Prince of Liberia. You say, can JMB do that kind of handshake? Eh? All right. No, on a serious note, because I think we have the picture right here. Yeah. This is a an Alexander Cummings event in Canada. In Canada, Alan White and his wife took center stage. In Canada. Okay? Yeah. Okay. Jeanette Mayer. Only a few people attended. Gwendolyn Flowers, welcome. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if I can bring up that other picture. Seems like I'm having some kind of problem here. But Thomas Wicks, are you digging deeper again? Yeah, we are. We are digging deeper. We got to bring this information to the people. Okay, we got to bring that information to the people. James Peters, are you hearing me now? I noticed I was having a little bit of problem. Is it okay now? Yeah. Yeah, Helena Flomo. Is everything okay now? Okay, Pius Roberts, Stephen Kier, someone on my back. Nobody, nobody on my back, my man. JJ, nobody on my back. All right, thank you for the feedback there. Yeah, I touched a button just now that caused that problem. Yeah. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Wally Kender, Michael Green, thank you. Okay. Uh uh these guys, lem- why the president is in Egypt, Israel, holding bilateral meetings with his counterparts for the good of the country, for the good of the Liberian people, our friends in the opposition. were thinking about.
You had a coup in Mali. You had a coup in.
Listen to Alan White. Listen to Alan White here. We wanted to play you this last night, but we couldn't find the right location on that video where it was. But listen to Alan White, a man who was paid $180,000 to brand Alexander Benedict Cummings as a leader or a presidential material to Washington, D.C. Not to the Liberian people, but to brand Cummings as a good person, as a leader to Washington, D.C. Listen to what he said in this audio on a Liberian network. Listen to what he said.
And if you don't vote for the right person, look around what's happening in West Africa right now. You had a coup in Mali. You had a coup in Burkina Faso. Okay. And you have a coup right next door in Guinea. We don't want that for Liberia. And if you don't vote for the right person, look around what's happening in West Africa right now. You had a coup in Mali. You had a coup in Burkina Faso. Okay. And you have a coup right next door in Guinea. We don't want that for Liberia. And if you don't vote for the right person, look around what's happening in West Africa right now. You had a coup in Mali. You had a coup in Burkina Faso. Okay. And you have a coup right next door in Guinea. We don't want that for Liberia. And if you don't
Okay. And if you don't vote for the right person, look around what is happening in West Africa right now. You have a coup in Mali. You have the coup in Burkina Faso. And you have the coup right next door in Guinea. We don't want that for Liberia. Who is the right person? Who is the right person that Alan White is talking about? Who are the we? Who are the we? When Alan White says, we don't want that for Liberia, who are the we? Eh? Dario Macario, Charles Flomo, Enoch George. Who are the we? Is Alan White suggesting or saying emphatically that if we know who he's talking about, he's being paid by Alexander Cummings. So if Alexander Cummings does not win, there will be a coup d'etat. There will be a coup. Yeah. We don't want this for Liberia. But if you don't vote for the right person, look around you. Look around you. J man J, it is not a good English. They're not good English there. Yeah. All right. Exactly. Emmanuel JJ. That's what somebody told me today. One of my good sisters told me that today from Monrovia. She said, "Look, Gilman, how many people can listen to Alan White in the country?" Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jimmy Barton, Alan White, you have to be advised from this your statement. If anything happens in Liberia, you will be held responsible.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the U.S. ambassador farewell statement, I can almost say, praising the government.
Right.
So, I mean, when a statement, why you would do that? The person who on the ground describing another context and you somewhere else talking about another context.
Right.
The people of it is democracy. Because the people, person who will win. Whether person, whether somebody else, I mean, it will be a free and transparent elections. So if President WEAH wins a free and transparent election, somebody should raise hand because a free and transparent election is won.
Yeah.
Because Allen Westbrook preference is not preferred by the Liberian people. That doesn't apply to the situation. Allen Westbrook just sit down and go find another way to account for his 180,000 or million or whatever. So, you won't go ahead. Listening.
Yeah. Thank you. I will try to bring up the whole 3 minutes so that you listen to what he said, or even not even necessary right now, sir. But that statement, look what is happening around West Africa. All right. And look at everybody on the platform with him. Yasini is one of those who went to the capital and said, we are Americans, we are immigrants, we don't want American tax dollars to go to that country. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely, Avros. We should not overlook that statement because these guys, you don't know what wire they are pushing in Washington D.C. All right, we don't know what wire they are pushing in Washington D.C. Talking about vote, the power of voting.
Else. Voting is probably one of the most basic and fundamental rights that you can have. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. And it's one of the few things, thank you, Lucy, and thank everybody else. Voting is probably one of the most basic and fundamental rights that you can have. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. And it's one of the few things that people that may feel a sense of hopelessness can really utilize this right to make a difference. And I believe this time around in Liberia, especially, there is reportedly almost 2.5 million people registered. It's very simple to me, and I think this is also universal. Are you better off now than you were 4 or 5 years ago? And that's a saying, but it's true. And if you're not, then that one vote is very, very powerful. And I cite a relatively recent example in Africa. If you remember President Jammeh, who thought that he would never lose an election in 2016, He lost. The people voted, and everybody thought that this person, and I will mention him by name simply because he was a dictator, but because the power of the people getting out and voted, they voted against him and they brought change. They were tired of the strong man that we heard earlier. They were able to do it. This didn't happen 100 years ago, 50 years ago. This was relatively recent in African history, and particularly in West Africa. And if you don't vote for the right person, look around what's happening in West Africa right now. You had a coup in Mali. You had a coup in Burkina Faso. Okay. And you have a coup right next door in Guinea. We don't want that for Liberia. I mean, I love Liberia. I'm not a Liberian, but I've been working there for 20 years. And what I keep saying that this is probably the last consequential opportunity, I think, in a modern era to get it right. And that's this election. And that's how important this election is. And that one vote of these 2.5, 2.
The last consequential in this modern era, and we should get it right. James C. Bly, aka John Hina, say you want to hide your identity to discuss the issue. I don't know. You're supposed to be a reverend. James C. Bly, Elder James C. Bly. You want use a fake profile to come and attack the president. Is that how you're gonna support your candidate? James Bly, Elder James C. Bly, aka John Hina. Okay, we have to get it right. Yeah, Douglas Bailey, he's supposed to be a reverend, but he's using a fake profile to come here and say nonsense. I know him very well, James C. Bly. He the one got that profile, John Hina. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Listen to Alan White. Y'all forget about that person, Joanna, Miles, SP, Charlotte. Y'all start responding to him. Let him write all he want to write. You wanna insult. Yeah. Nobody respond to him. Yeah. Okay. Let me go back on that piece.
Keep saying that this is probably the last consequential opportunity, I think, in a modern era to get it right, and that's this election. And that
the last consequential opportunity in this modern era to get it right. So what's wrong with voting President WEAH president? Isn't it democracy? Eh?
I keep saying that this is probably the last consequential opportunity, I think, in a modern era to get it right, and that's this election. And that's how important this election is. And that one vote of these 2.5, 2.6 million people that are registered can change the direction in which Liberia is headed. And that's so powerful. And that is a universal right, no matter where you go. And I would just cite another case here in the United States. You know, we know how big the United States is, but remember, this wasn't that long ago either. In 2000, we had Gore versus Bush. It was 600 votes that was a difference between who was elected president and who wasn't. And that was with over 300 million people. So imagine what one vote will mean in Liberia.
All right. Apostle Damasio, welcome. Welcome. How you doing? Thank you, brother. Okay, listen to this. On this very podcast that we got the excerpt from, this very Alan White, and this is where I put my face on this. Alan White is talking about going to your paramount chief, going to your clan chief, going to your leaders to find a place to register to vote. Yasini Martin came back to say on that very podcast that people are not educated, it's difficult to register, is this, is that, and they're turning people away from registration centers. This show was about a week or two ago. Christy Jabba, welcome. Matilda Stevens. Dali Talk Majili. Okay. When registration was going on in Liberia, Alexander Benedict Cummings Jr. was in the Supreme Court. He and his people were protesting the registration. Instead of mobilizing their people to register, they were protesting the process. 3-4 days for the process to be expired in Monserrato, the first phase. The court have not rendered decision yet. Boop, he went and registered. He went and registered when the case that he filed was still in court. And then guess what? The Yasini Martin Kwehe ordered then Yasini then went outside of Monserrato to register in the phase 2 counties. The court said the process was fine. If you say the process was not okay, why did you register in it? So they realized, in the words of his pay agent, Dr. Alan White, who's just eating his money. You heard Alan White there. 2.4 million people register. Who encouraged these 2.4 million people to register? Who encouraged the people? Who encouraged the people? Elections is not it's not only about October 10th. It's the process or processes leading up to October 10th. Elections are not won on the day of election. Elections are not won on the day of elections. Elections are won based on the preparations. If you didn't prepare, if you didn't prepare, how do you get people to vote for you? Jerome Gamer, eating his money like Grand P. Absolutely. Eating his money like Grand P. Yeah. Yeah. Why in the first place? Why Alan White? Eh? If you don't get it right, look what's happening around you. There's coup in Burkina Faso. There's coup in Mali. Yeah. Absolutely, Laura Askey. Yeah. This election is as important as can be. Yeah. Okay. The first-time voters, who encouraged them? Who encouraged those first-time voters? Their parents, who have been relieved of wax fees, free education at LU, at government-run or colleges. Yeah. Eh? Patience Green, the other educated man, letting people to push him around like a child and just eating the money that's supposed to build Liberia, as he claims. Absolutely. Yeah. Janet Mayer, Cummings is too power hungry. Yeah. Okay. 2.4 million people registered to vote. How many people did you take to the registration centers? How many people did you take to the registration centers? How many? Swakoli Andrews, welcome. Fonigel Masale, welcome. How many people did you take to the centers to register? We mobilized over 2,000 Liberians from the diaspora across the globe, from as far as Afghanistan, Australia, China, Korea, Canada, America, parts of Africa. We mobilized people to go and register to vote. Over 2,000. How many people did the opposition take from the diaspora? Cummings, with all the money he got, how many people did he take from the diaspora to take to Liberia to register to vote? How many? How many? Walter Bowman, Comfort Wilson, the Prince of Liberia. How many did the opposition collectively, how many did they take? How many Liberians did it take to go back to Monrovia, to Liberia to register? Whether the first phase of the registration or the second phase, how many people did it take back? That's the question. How many? Emmanuel Bro, J. Saki Kone, welcome. How many? Or you don't have within the opposition, whether it's ANC or CPP or Bwaka Unity Party, this, that, you don't have people working in your data collection room, in your war room, where you follow the registration process. How many people they would take to that center today to register? How many people we got registered in Monserrato? How many people we got registered in Sino? How many people we got registered in Grand Cape Mount? How many people we got registered in Grand Jida? How many people we got registered in Nima? You didn't do all of that? Emmanuel G. Johnson, from the look of things, I believe we should allow George Weah second term because our opposition who are so desperate to get Weah out are very unserious. Eh? What did you do? Look at what the global chairman, Moba Molu, did during the process of leading up to the registration process. Look at the mobilization by this brother, by this global chairman, Mobile Molu, across Monserrato, across the counties, the entire country. He went out with his team to every nook and corner of Liberia, mobilizing people. Whether you are old, you are young, you are of age to vote, CDC mobilized you, recruited people, organized them into various auxiliaries, keep people working. And then you try to tell us 2.4 million people, a man who got 7.2% 2017, you expect him to win a popular president? Where does that happen? Where does that happen? Eh? Where does that happen? That if you don't get it right, how do we get it right? Is it right only when Alexander Cummings is declared winner? That's the time it will be right? All the elections we've been having, did anybody complain when they won, especially the opposition? Did they complain? Talking about this, the last consequential opportunity, the last consequential opportunity. You know, it beats my imagination that in this modern day and age, we have people who says that they been in corporate America, they led a Fortune 500 multi-billion-dollar industry, like as in Coca-Cola, who cannot even take a question, cannot take a question to answer about something that you said about yourself. I'm conflicted by this issue. It's a lifestyle that I struggle with. I'm conflicted. You conflicted with what? What are you conflicted with? It's a lifestyle that I struggle with. Did you answer that question correctly? You know, Mama D, there has to be a political answer and there has to be a gangster answer. One asked on the streets of Philadelphia, New Jersey, that bullshit. Who asked that question? That bullshit. Eh? You want fat? Eh? You don't got no skin. Eh? They tell you that how presidents behave to insult people. Eh? Mariah Avi, Peter Saye, Titus Massacre. Eh? They ask you a real question. Mr. Cummings, there's a recording on social media that says, I talked about you, whether you are a gay person or you support gay rights. What do you say about that? Oh, no. Let me answer the question. The last question for what you mean by that? How you gonna come here and tell me that kind of thing? Eh? That bullshit. Mr. Gomez, I need to repeat myself. I'm not here for the insults. I want answers to my question. Can you please, for the sake of the record, what do you mean by you are conflicted by this issue? And it's a lifestyle that you struggle with. Oh, man, look, you want for me? You want for me? Huh? I tell you, said that bullshit. You look. Yeah, you know, answer the question. He did the same thing on Sekou Kana show. Sekou from Arizona. Sekou asked the man the same question. You know what he said? Joanna Zulu, jab, Dorita Desayu, Roland Cooper. Sekou asked the man the same question. He said, no, Sekou, let me tell you something. The people who are talking that thing, let them go bring their man, they bring their daughter there, they bring their sister, they bring their wives. They will not go back to them. Who will not go back? Henry Duba Hill. You said, let her go bring that woman there. They bring their wife, they bring their sister, they bring their daughter there. That the man won't be president there. Eleanor Brown, Ali Bagayogo, later Dumba. That the man there. Joanna Zulu, what did he comments will do that we will not go back? Okay. Yeah. When they don't have anything to offer the Liberian people, they insult the Liberian people. All right? You remember Henry Costa? How he used to curse the Liberian people? If he has nothing to offer, they insult the Liberian people. Just like that. Jura A.M. Sano, the Assistant Minister from the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism. It's my honor and pleasure to have you on here tonight, my brother. Welcome to you. Says the one-man army, watching you from Jacobtown, Painesville City. Welcome, Jura. How you doing this morning? Yeah. Okay. When they have nothing to offer, they insult the Liberian people. They play on our intelligence. Do you think if Alexander Cummings had a structure on the ground in Liberia, do you think he will go and hire Alan White, Michael Rubin, and others? Do you think he will go and hire those people from Washington, D.C.? Do you think he will lobby Congress through Alan White, Michael Rubin, and others to impose sanctions on the ministers? Do you think he would have done it if he had structure on the ground and he had things to offer the Liberian people? Eh? The only school he built, charging not less than $800 United States dollars, I don't know, per semester for students. And his students, half of them did not make it through the WEAH exams. His most expensive school was topped by More Than Me Academy, an all-girls school that catered to the children from West Point, from Sony Wayne, from Waterside. Okay? Okay? Patrick Dolo. Absolutely. Cyril Dopo. They're fighting so hard for Joseph Kedeku to be president. We can't overlook anything right now. Absolutely. And that's me right there, Miss Dopo. That is me right there. I don't want to say, oh, why we left out this thing. We are not taking prisoners. Hear me well. We are not taking prisoners in this race to 2023, October 10th. We're not taking prisoners. No, we're not taking prisoners. We're going to leave everything on the field. We're going to leave everything on the field. We're not taking prisoners. Yeah. We're not taking prisoners. We're going to leave everything on the field. The Liberian people will get to hear everything. They will know everything. They will make a decision based on information, credible information. Yeah. Okay? Credible information. It's not fake information. This is why we keep reminding them of the confessions, the apologies by these people who plotted and lied massively, mercilessly against a young mayor, against the government. All right? The Liberian people, especially at home, are shocked to hear a congressman, talk about bring me the list. Bring me the list. Enoch George, I heard that they are also fighting to hack the voting and biometric system. That's the new thing. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Bring me the list. A congressman telling Arlen White, Yasini Martin Kwehe, Debbie Dow, Jerome Verdier, to bring me the list. If you know of anybody in the government, bring me the list.
Enlighten us as to why it didn't happen before either under her administration. I also, if any of you have lists of people, credible listing of individuals that you think need to be given over to the Biden administration for action, I do hope you would provide us with that, especially as it relates to the Magnitsky Act. As you know, the ability to or the lack of ability that's embedded in the Magnitsky Act to do business with U.S. entities and the inability to travel here, a visa ban, are not perfect, but they are very potent sanctions that can be levied against individuals. So consider this an engraved invitation to each of you to provide this commission with those names that we can pass them on to the administration, hopefully for prompt and very quick action. Administration. I also, if any of you have lists of people, credible listing of individuals that you think need to be given over to the Biden administration for action, I do hope you would provide us with that, especially as it relates to the Magnitsky Act. As you know, the ability to, or the lack of ability that's embedded in the Magnitsky Act to do business with U.S. entities, and the inability to travel here, a visa ban, are not perfect, but they are very potent sanctions that can be levied against individuals. So consider this an engraved invitation to each of you to provide this commission with those names that we can pass them on to the administration, hopefully for prompt and very quick action.
Okay. First, let me say thanks to Ms. Sarah Dopo for for a part payment of $125. I just received that on the Cash App. Thank you very much for the CLN convention. Thank you. Okay, you heard him there. If anyone among you, you know who all were in that meeting? That was Yasini Martin Pehe. That was Jerome Verdier. That was Michael Muelo. And that was Dr. Allen White. All right. I'm reading a comment, a text message from our dear brother there from Virginia. Yeah. Talking about the national anthem being played by the Israeli band unit there. Yeah. Beautifully played. Ato Jogba. Welcome, my brother. How you doing? Yeah. Okay. Alexander Griffiths asks, is he a Democrat? No, he's a Republican. Yeah, he's a Republican. Yeah. Bring me in the list. Consider this a grave invitation. Bring me in the list so that we can pass it on to the Biden administration for prompt action. Because, look, I will find a contract. I will find a contract between Allen White and Alexander Cummings for the first $180,000 that Cummings paid. I think I published that contract. I will find it. I will take my time. I will find it tomorrow. I will find it and share it with you again. Read the contract. What that contract was supposed to do is all of these things. Polishing the image of Alexander Cummings to making appear presidential in Washington, D.C. You got to pay people to go to Liberia to do perception survey about you and this and that. All of those things did not work. The Liberian people do not like Alexander Cummings. Simple. Yeah. Yeah, Kruma, Salehu, you asked for it. Let me replay it for all of us again. Okay? The Liberian people do not like Alexander Cummings. Period. Okay? No. For whatever reasons, whether he's conflicted by a certain lifestyle, he struggles with it, the Liberian people are not happy with that lifestyle. Lawrence Jidaka, welcome.
under her administration. I also, if any of you have lists of people, credible listing of individuals that you think need to be given over to the Biden administration for action, I do hope you would provide us with that, especially as it relates to the Magnitsky Act. As you know, the ability to, or the lack of ability that's embedded in the Magnitsky Act to do business with U.S. entities, and the inability to travel here, a visa ban, are not perfect, but they are very potent sanctions that can be levied against individuals. So consider this an engraved invitation to each of you to provide this commission with those names that we can pass them on to the administration, hopefully for prompt and very quick action. I know when I was...
Okay. And if I go back a few seconds, you will hear Chris Smith, the congressman you are looking at, you'll hear him talk about, I don't know why she didn't do it in 12 years. That was, he referring to President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, why she did not establish the War Economic Crime Court in 12 years. And then this very Allen White came back to defend Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, why she did not do the War Crime Court in 12 years. Okay? Came back to defend her. I have the whole video. It's about 2 hours and I think 14, 15 minutes long. That meeting at Congress. It's about a little over 2 hours long. Okay? Yeah. Hamilton Tapper, welcome. Abraham Monjolo, welcome there from Monrovia. Good to see you. Yeah, Cyril Dopo, that's what I'm talking about. Ellen was there for 12 years, but Chris Smith is saying, I don't know why she didn't do it. Maybe some of you will answer to that, why she did not do it. And that was an opportunity for Allen White to go and defend Ellen and Boycott government, why they didn't do it. Trying to take away the attention from them to bring pressure on the new George Weah government. Okay? So the Liberian people need to hear all of these things. It's good that people are tuning in to the radio. People are tuning in to the talk shows. Freedom FM is doing excellent. All the shows on Freedom FM, people are tuning in. They are listening. Freedom FM is across the entire country. All right? Across the entire country are listening to Freedom FM. It's one of the largest in the country and most listened to. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. All right. How? How in the world? You know the lies. Like I was listening today. I just bumped into the Spoon show today, and Senator Darius Dillon was on there. He was on there. You know that's the thing. That's the thing that hurts me. All right. People in positions of trust, people who see themselves as I don't know how to even put it. Who want good for this country? Now here comes my nephew from Monrovia, Godwin Success Gilman. Hey, dear, how you doing, my man? Good to see you on here. Welcome. How about my point? Welcome there, nephew. Says Mr. Gilman. Yes. Yeah. Esther Gay. Good morning. Welcome to you. Emmanuel Bro. After Solo Senior. Mr. Gilman, please have the contract reposted. Absolutely, we're gonna do that. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how people who see themselves as leaders of the free world, leaders of truth and honesty, corruption free, they want equal rights, equal opportunities, they want everything, fair play under the law. I don't know how do they feel when they have not condemned Stanton Witherspoon for his criminal acts. Okay? They have not condemned him. And they want to go, this man who was criminally indicted by the American government, the federal government, that is evading justice through the legal means. He wants to be outside until Liberia decides who becomes president, who becomes senators, who becomes representative. He wants to be outside. He's paying money to his lawyers to keep him outside. And the Darros DeLons, the Yumli Kanga Lawrences, the opposition black, they don't see nothing wrong with Stanton Witherspoon and the Spoon Network. They see nothing wrong. This is why I gave credit to Isaac Jackson. Isaac Jackson, who came out and said, my man, thanks, but no thanks. Here is your criminal money. Your 1,500 or whatsoever you gave me, here is it. Take it back. You can shove it. I don't want it. I don't need it. But because the Darros DeLons, the Joseph Boakai, the opposition group were all bought by the stolen wealth from Stanton Witherspoon, so they can't come against him. Okay? They can't go against him because he paid them money. He bought them over. Okay? Collie M. Dogba. Now I know that those guys were sanctioned on the basis of witch hunt that is intended to undermine President WEAH government. No matter what they do, God will never approve any evil or negativity against this government. Gabriel West, they depend on the stealing money from Stanton. Dillon has no integrity. Okay? Show me your friend. I'll tell you who you are. Godwin Success Gilman. Dear, my dear uncle, we need to confabulate. I'm so happy for the Gilmans. It's you that put us there. No doubt. Oh, nephew, how you doing? We'll confabulate, okay? Yeah. Emma Gay, good morning to you there. How you doing? All right. How do you stomach that? How does Darros DeLon, Senator DeLon, will go on Spoon Network and a Dr. Fallujah is on there and they're talking about transparency. They're talking about the budget. And then Lobster King Kong Eugene Fagon is asking DeLon about the budget. Then my own friend and young brother Gibson Jeru is on there and talking about somebody used to give him the budget and he used to be writing about it in a newspaper. And Dillon knows that senator. Okay. What report did we just read to you here? What report did we just read to you here from the State Department? Henry Dubois Hill, Emmanuel P. Gobert, Patience Green, Hamilton Tapper. What report, Amy Black, what report did we just read on this platform last week? Last week, Friday, the same day the ambassador spoke and praised the government. It was the transparency report. The transparency report. Eh? The transparency report from the United States State Department. What did the report say? The fiscal transparency report. U.S. State Department praised Liberia for significant progress made in fiscal transparency. What were those criteria set forth? Eh? What were those criteria set forth in that report? What were the determining factors? What were they? Make sure the budget is posted. Everybody has access to the budget. Okay? Income and expenditure is visible to officials of government, to the citizenry, so that when people see these information, they can make decisions for themselves. Okay? When you want to be a lawmaker, you want to be a representative, you want to be a senator, then at that time, you are an advocate. You advocate for change. If you get that position, representative, senator, then you are either a representative of the people or you are a senator. And it is it should behoove you. Now go English, Dorothy, these are you. Joanna Zulu. It should behoove you to do the people's work. Okay? To act as a senator or act as a representative. You are no longer an advocate. Your job is cut up now, cut up for you. Okay? Mas SP Pelu. Very good English. Absolutely. Thank you. Dorothy Desayu. Yes, Mr. Gilmore, good English. No doubt. Luca Majuka from Paris, France. Welcome. Good morning. Okay? That's how you do it. All right? When people do not read, or when they choose not to read, and they pretend that the information is not out there, then they go out and say a lot of junk to the Liberian people. Eh? How does Gibson Jeru come out to say somebody used to give me the budget that time? You're talking about Charlie King time. You're talking about under this government, the budget is made public. Go read it, a fiscal transparency report. Go read it. Yeah. Go read a report. and see what the report talk about. Why is it that this government has made significant progress in fiscal transparency? What led to them to say that this government has made significant progress? Is it by somebody hiding the budget and giving it to you on a table? Eh? Is that what it means? Eh? The Dillons, the Yumli Kanga Lawrence, the opposition lawmakers, especially for those two, the Yeke Kolubas, the Borchers, Jonathan Subway, Komini Wise, those people, let them tell us how many bills have they sponsored? How many bills originated from their decks? Tell the Liberian people how many bills you've passed that benefits the people, that put a halt to corruption, or that, that's a landmark bill. How many bills has Dillon sponsored and got passed and enacted into law? How many? Winston Logan, Emmanuel Gobert, Binta Jallo, Teresa Piacetti, Nettie Davis, Jerry Akwe. How many bills, Sophia Kra, have Dillon enacted or proposed, got on the floor, voted for, passed, and got signed into law? This is why I said, to become lawmaker, you advocate. You are an advocate for the people, for change. When you get in a House or Senate or representative, then you assume that responsibility. You are there to make sure those things that you advocated for are enacted into laws. Sunday Soba, never. Mas SP Pelu, Fokoki, zero, zilch, nada, plo, zero. Incram plo means zero. Charles Flobo, Susie Lamadan, Tina Lorenzo, Mariah Avi, Fogoki. He now do. Fogoki. Okay. We can't continue like this. Yeah. Never. Gabriel West, never. Sonny Suba is spelled Plo, P-L-O-O, P-L-O-O-O. Plo. Beg you, yeah. Yeah. Stephen Kier, I beg you, yeah. Musa Fofana, zero. But again, this is our country. We can't allow these guys who were not prepared for this day to assume, I mean, I don't care what anybody say. What preparations were made by Senator Dillon? What preparation was made? Eh? Mas SP Pelu, Emmanuel, zero me, fele. Henry Dubois Hill, Jack. Hamilton Tapper. Yeah. Okay. You prepare for these things, not by accident. Yeah. Harriet Weiser. He enacted a bill to sit down on the floor. Floor giant. Floor master. Now the bill he passed. Floor master. Yeah, they were be sister. Yeah. Miss Weiser. Floor master. Yeah. All right. I'm telling you. Yeah. You heard Alan White talk in that tape that we play you, right? He said this is facts everywhere. Are you better off than 5 years ago? And this is the question for the Liberian people. Are you better off than 5 years ago? And when I ask this question, I say, yes, the Liberian people are better off than 5 years ago today. Things that have happened in the country. Okay? Alan White need to go and ask the people of River G today. Go and ask the people of River G today. Judy Greer, welcome. Go and ask the people of River G today. Are they better off today than 5 years ago? Jack Dankwa, welcome. Eh? Are the people of River G better off than 5 years ago today? And the answer is a big yes. A fat yes. Yes, yes, yes. They are better off than 5 years ago today. They've seen development in their county. They've seen road construction. They've seen today they have electricity. Okay? They have electricity. They've seen schools built, renovated in their county. Okay? The entire country in 5 years have felt the growth, development, productivity of this government. Okay? Okay? Liberia is today enjoying electricity, stable, affordable electricity than any other time in the history of our country, especially than the last 33, 35 years. When they destroyed that country, they destroyed the fabric of that country with the war. Today, the country is on a path to growth, development, productivity in every sectors. In every sectors. LEC about to celebrate 50 years. 50 years. When President WEAH took over, LEC were providing less than 40,000 people with electricity. 40,000. Today, LEC is providing over 800,000 homes with electricity. Water and sewer was just a building. Under President WEAH, water and sewer ran new pipes across Monserrato. In 2021, I saw it. I was there when they were digging up the old pipes and putting new pipes in the ground. Today, water is in most places. Okay. Okay. Look at the roads that are being built. The Roberts International Highway, Airport Highway, that is being built. It was the blueprint of Boyka and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Money scheme. They squandered the money. They did nothing. They just did the blueprint. It would take President WEAH and this minister, Ruth Coker Collins of Public Works, to muster the courage You were there, Ali Bagayogo. And I went to your wedding at the Mama Point Hotel to your beautiful wife in December. Okay? You and no soup boy, more than palm butter. Y'all got married the same day. you guys made me to behave like one spider. Yeah. I had to leave. I think I left your own and went to no soup. Way there in Brove area. Okay? Look at what is happening in our country. Eh? I'm in one chat room and I read an interaction with one assistant minister. I will not say his name. And a woman from Lofa County on the Dupo Road. This guy said he was in slippers, he was in short trousers, and he got on the bike to run go get something. And he was buying this stuff from this woman. And he found out that a woman from Lofa. So he said, the election will come. He said, I don't know what the people will do. Say, trying to, get what her feelings about the CDC and President WEAH. Say, the president, yeah, the whole day, so roll they're talking about. The only road where I see that the road we're going to Nima. But you say you come from Lofa, she said, yeah. She said, but you not know the road where Jowiah bid to go to Lofa? Eh? He said 2017, we Lofa people were stupid. We not vote for Jowiah. But the election year, we voted for Jowiah in Lofa County. We voted for Jowiah. Yeah. She said the election we voted for Jowiah. She said, you not see the road where Jowiah bid to go to Lofa County? You think that only Nima County alone? All right. He said, but and y'all get Joseph Boyka. He said, what people carry Boyka? I beg you, yeah, we're not carrying Boyka nowhere. Yeah. Okay. Jalawa, Tompo. I said the deputy minister from information. Good morning to you there, my brother. How you doing? Yeah. welcome. Thank you, and welcome. Say no doubt. Continue your patriotic duty. Absolutely. All right. Ato Solo Senior. Yeah. The old man say we carrying George Weah. We don't know no Joseph Boakai. Okay? We don't know Joseph Boakai. And the tangibles are everywhere for this government, for this president. Okay? They are everywhere. Yeah. But people think that they can witch hunt officials of government. They can hijack the process because they are senators. And I'm saying this to my friend Darius DeLong, who is saying that why is it that this government proposed an 800 million budget and they want to recast the budget now? Why is it that this government proposed an $800 million budget and they want to recast the budget now? DeLong, I wish you were prepared for this role. Okay? I wish you were prepared for this role and not your SNSA based on the disenchantment of seditions got you there. But then you behave like, or you should behave like the late President Samuel Doe, who in no time was able to learn how to lead, how to govern. You can learn on the job. Okay? You can learn on the job. This great country, the United States of America, every time you hear Congress and the White House arguing over the budget, arguing over not causing the country to shut down. Okay? Every time. How you gonna come and say because they know they ain't got the money because they saw Alexander coming, they're talking about they want to raise the budget to 1 billion, so they want to rush it there. It was the same thing they said when the president said LU will be free. Where is the money coming from? How long now? Justin Colley, Jalawa Tompo, Tile Noden. How long now has it been since LU been free? How long? Has that stopped any growth and development at LU? We're talking. Sarah Dopo, we're talking. How long now has it been? Eh? We see in this country, Congress and the White House always argue over the budget. They don't want government shut down. Why you think they don't want government shut down? You think this country is broke? You think the American government is broke? You think this country is broke? Eh? Amelia Nimler, if you are not prepared for something, study it. Study it, Jay Johnson. Study it. Read. Kate. Catherine and Weah. Good morning. How you doing? Okay. If you don't understand something, read it. Read about it. Don't stand on our ear. Read about it. Yeah. All right? Yeah. Read about it. This country is being transformed. It's being built by this president and his lieutenants. They are working assiduously. They are working. And the Liberian people are realizing it. Okay? They are realizing it. If we can keep a former Chief Justice, a former Justice Minister, a former Senator, a former Chairman of the Joint Security, Councilor Gloria Musu Scott, if she can wear blue jumpsuit and be herself an inmate at the Monrovia Central Prison, where she carried or she put in jail a young lady with her baby for over 6 months, and other people for killing and eating her dog or gbe or German Shepherd or puppy or glewi. And she and her household can be in jail tonight, going on almost 2 weeks and counting, and perhaps will not come out until the August term of court. This country is moving forward. This country is moving forward. There is no interference. There is no interference. Okay? We can't lie our way out. We can't fake it to the top. We cannot. This is why they are confessing today. Okay? We cannot fake our way to the top. Lying and faking it to the top, we cannot. This is why they are confessing and apologizing today. Okay? They can't. The checkpoints are there every step along the way. They are there. So let them do all they want to do. The law is the law. The law is the law. Shalom Musu will get justice. Okay? Where in the world? Where in the world? In our setting. Agnes M. say, where in our setting? Rachel Lawrence. May talk about Yasake where? Joseph Richards. Meata Soko passed away, Bafali. Gatti passed away. Where in the world that an armed robber will go in a house to arm rob somebody? And he and the persons in the house will fight over the knife. Will fight over a knife. He will take the knife. A female will take the knife from him. He will take the knife back. He does not attack that female. He goes to another person. All right? Where? Where?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
How are you, Mama?
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Oh, God. Take it easy. Essie? Amen. Oh.
Because we're getting each other.
Yeah.
So send the next in a cross.
Oh.
So then I tight man.
How the money to enter the horse?
We know.
Oh,
Yeah, now we know. Yeah, we know.
hey God.
When we spotted, we know about like keep outside, making accident outside. She starts swimming in your right. My child take off swim too. Because I couldn't hear the woman.
Where was the security?
Oh, the security now was nowhere around. That the yelling, and the woman says, people saw all the outside for the bike.
Yes.
Came. The Nigerian man, his brother came, the man who was that.
Yes.
Because I was crying on the woman knee, crying on Jalo AC.
Yes.
Sahara was choking me and my auntie Mafia because they were choking. Because the older they were very weak.
Oh God.
I tell you that the ball that the man where my son was fighting just now. He not about his check. Because the second spray was in my eye. It's because the state, I'm at that lost my own state. If I could go the ball, he was funny.
Oh. Amen. Amen.
I look
Amen.
at the
Oh, it will be for actually. Hey God. Take courage. Take courage, Mama. Take courage. Where are you now?
I'm going to redemption.
Okay. Oh, I can.
Yeah.
I'll be there by 10 o'clock. I'll be there by 10 o'clock. Right?
Okay.
Okay, Mama.
Okay.
Amen. Take courage. Take courage. Take courage. Take courage. Take courage. Yeah.
Okay.
Amen.
You heard it? She and the man fought over the knife. She took the knife from the man.
That's so funny.
Eh?
They seeking to save the arm robber.
Yeah, AC jump between she and the arm robber. Yeah. But shall yeah. After the arm robber took the knife from her, then she started chunking. Then he started chunking. He got knife. Yeah.
So how she managed to find right pepper in her eye?
Pepper in her eye. How she might have found right. Yeah. How she might have found rock. Yeah. Then the man said, towards the end, the man said, "Where you going? Where are you?" She said, "I go into the hospital." No. Yeah, I go into the hospital. I don't know. She said, "I'm going home or where on the 16th Street." And then he said, "Okay, I will come at 10 o'clock." Which tells me it was not an emergency for him. What time of the day, the night, did she place this call? Yeah. It was not an emergency. He knew what happened. If he listened to the call from the beginning, this was staged. Pepper spray in her eye, but she was able to find rock to stone the man. The security not there. What is security? The security not there. But the security said they opened the window for you to come outside. The three securities corroborated one another. Okay? Yeah. Absolutely. Sarah Dopo, Mary Williams. Kate WEAH, Catherine. She said maybe rock all over on the ground in the living room. So Vla. Eh? More than Vla. So Vla. Yeah. Spotted a hero. Yeah. Telling you. Yeah. That's the opposition story right there. Some kind of tight man. Uh-huh.
I feel sorry for the counselor. I think years of hard study and building her career. But it's much of an integrity to admit, you know, if it was an accident, a domestic violence.
Domestic violence went wrong.
Admit to it. You don't have to make it this complicated.
No.
You know, if you admit to it and plead for sympathy, you know.
Yeah.
You can plead for lesser sentence, and people will look at your record. I mean, you serve the state. You know, the people will have the judges and things, even the jury and all those people are going to have mercy on you and give you a lesser sentence. And after some time, you could talk to people so that any president is about to grant clemency, you could be on our list.
You could be on our list.
But what really puzzling me in this whole thing is the consistent denial and building on all the lies.
All the lies, and he has caught up with them.
So it tells me that it was a premeditated murder. It wasn't an accident. Although we say it's domestic violence accident, but that is strong and beyond that, Mr. Kuma.
Right, because the neighbors.
If you keep lying, you can't admit to it.
Yeah.
It's not an accident, Mr. Kuma. You're covering up something. There's something that nobody know yet. Even the investigators don't know yet.
No.
Trust me. There's a story.
There's a story attached to this crime.
That people don't know yet. Why
Yeah.
keep denying it? If you consistent one time in Mama Point, there was this girl, you know, going to where they have the Mama Point Hotel area.
Yeah. Coconut plantation.
Yeah, her boyfriend was living West Point, so the boy came to spend a weekend with her the night, and they had a fight, and she accidentally in the fight, she pulled the boy hat with the knife. The boy died instantly. The girl mother, that woman shouting, the woman woke the whole Mama Point up. That woman was screaming, running around. My people, my daughter not killed her boyfriend, my daughter not killed. My people,
yeah.
My daughter, you know, everybody, you know, somebody really, although it was doing the just the day, but people really never, you know, like look at them negatively.
Right.
Everybody knew accident.
Yeah.
So something similar like that.
Admit to it.
Lying.
Yeah.
Why do you lying about that? You lie to people, but you can't lie to God.
No.
Just admit. To me, her years or how why she's just blowing it off by consistently denying this thing.
Right.
For years of work. You know?
Absolutely.
You know, like, be a lawyer, the kind of study you have to study.
Right.
I mean, I feel for her on that level because I say I'm not studied before. So I know how it is to study. You reach that level, it happened.
Yep.
If it was an accident, like an accident, it happened. Nobody saying that anyhow, you say, okay, yeah, I don't want to do it.
Right.
If it's an accident, say it.
Say it.
Why the constant denial? Something behind it.
Something behind it.
Premeditated murder. They plan to kill that
bucket. That don't near me. That bucket. Yeah. Absolutely. No. Yep. And that's
all this make it look more bad. It's just like Liberia or a Western country, the jury will really do bad.
absolutely.
The jury will not have no mercy on you, neither the judge. You must say you enter to the electric chair. Because the idea you lying, keep lying constantly and building the lies.
They didn't
work.
No.
And
audio. But the pepper spray I don't know if you read the indictment. We publish it. The police said, the indictment said, yeah, the indictment said that the pepper spray was used on Shalom Musu because the autopsy revealed that her face peeled, which is a result of a substance used on her. So that, according to Gloria's card, that she used pepper spray was applied on Shalom Musu because there were no intruder in the home. Can you imagine that?
So Shalom Musu, did she mistakenly see Shalom Musu as an intruder?
Yeah. No, she didn't see Shalom Musu as an intruder, but that was the cover. That was the cover up.
Yeah, but there's a similar case like that in South Africa. I think he was a tennis player.
Yeah, that man went to jail.
Yeah,
yeah. The amputee runner. Yeah, I remember that story. I followed it from South Africa. The amputee runner. He killed his girlfriend in the room. He thought he was an intruder, but he was found guilty. He went to jail.
Yeah, they didn't spare him.
No, they didn't spare him. Yeah.
So is it the same situation? Did she see Shalom Musu
as an intruder?
Accidentally thought Shalom Musu was an intruder?
Right.
Yeah, that should have been the story, but the story is too different.
The story too different. We'll open the telephone lines for at least about 2 or 3 callers.
Four women in the house, pepper spray one teenager.
Yeah.
I don't know, teenager or young lady.
Mm-hmm.
4 grown are in the house, pepper spray one teenager.
Yeah.
Something wrong with this gamer. They plan to kill. Why would 4 grown are women pepper spray one lady teenager? They get down, one sit down, or pure.
Yeah.
They wanted to pure.
Mm-hmm.
They will have to pepper spray her. They plan to kill in the position they stab her. Even
the shallow body was dragged. Take your time, read the indictment. It's on the page. Shallow body was dragged from her room to Councillor Scott's room. Her body was in the bathroom. Yeah.
She was killed by the armed robber. Why they get her body there?
Yeah.
I thought the body would be dragged also so people can kind of collect it to the ambulance.
It were people. It were the neighbors that came in. They took Shallow, and they opened the door. Gloria Scott gave them the key to open the door, and they took Shallow out to the hospital.
She can sleep with a key around her waist.
But didn't you hear me explain that here? That woman locks up the gates, the doors, and everything, and take the key in her room. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You should have a common place for keys.
No, they never had that. Yeah. That big story there. Yep. There's a big story. Feloncio Bright Crawford. They did not even call for help. No, they did not. They didn't call for help. Sarah Dopo, I believe Shallow was flogging every one of them. So they decided to weaken her strength. Yeah. Shallow was the what? Samson. she was the Samson. Joyce Lomaga Wim, welcome.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Gamer.
How you doing?
Step was it, how are you? Niba, Mr. Gamer, they think ain't no accident.
Uh-huh.
Accident will be one time, never caught you. But not 7, 8, 9 times.
Right.
Because if an accident mistakenly the net block you when you drop the net, you'll be yelling.
Yeah.
But all of your open your kodo as you go at the master, she go into the person at coco. All of your side, you can choo over
9 times.
In the net, drop in the road, and say the government and Shalom Musu and Gloria Star daughter because she loyal to the Unity Party and blah blah. They two are playing. and they get straight away beat, then they will confess the truth.
They will
They tell the
confess.
truth, yeah. They will confess the truth.
Yeah.
That one, it was no mistake. It was plain because it's something when I play Mr. Kimo, y'all when I change that very close. What they have and change your clothes.
Yeah.
Before you took her to the hospital, then no first then you left her there. Then you went to Musadin. Then you came back. Then you pick her up. Then you came to the hospital. It was a calculated plane. I want there. Pretending she cried. They need to find an IT school in that, bro, so she can be the director. I'm serious because she's too fake.
I know.
There was a plain thing. Hey, police people are big. You make sure you put it. You don't make small mistake because they make a small mistake so they can let out more. Let's just stay in our salt. They need to give her 1 spoon of 10 salt, 1 spoon of rice so she can eat it. Yeah, Mr. Kim, let it feel what can happen to somebody.
I know.
I can't say all this thing.
Thank you.
I mean, me a quick announcement from the planning committee.
Yeah.
For the convention tomorrow is Friday. I know Mr. Kim, I'm coming for $1 birthday. We're going to do a quick rally tomorrow to help with the convention. So bring your $10, bring your $5, bring your $15, bring your $25. Men, count your pocket food. Women, count your lapa nose.
Right.
We'll make it a quick rally tomorrow because we have to do something. We have to put some down payment down to the chef and the decorating people. And so I beg, please, you can prepare tomorrow. Thank you. God bless all of you. You will sleep well. Your paycheck will be heavy tomorrow. Amen.
Thank you very much, Joyce Lomaga Wim. Let's go to Australia. Welcome this caller. Hello?
Yeah, how are you, Mr. Gamer?
I'm good.
Hey, this is William David.
William David.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome.
How are you? Yeah, I just wanted to weigh in on this broadcast something.
Yeah.
You know, I've been looking at it as an accident, but then something came.
Somebody please mute your line.
Because
prior
to this thing happening, there was a lot that armed robbers and people were chasing her around town. You know, she alerted. I think she alerted to the police that she got laced with armed robbers coming around her, people chasing her around town.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks or months after this thing happening. So what I'm looking at, maybe this thing was planning, and then they are trying to say, we will use armed robbers. So let's try to start to like that armed robber is trying to come around the house. So that when we plan this thing, then we say it's armed robber. So actually, when I was looking at it from an accident point of view, but then looking at that, I like before this story, it got me a little confused.
Right.
So yeah, every time I hear about this case, I say, well, there's more beyond. I mean, as the other people think, there's more beyond what we're thinking. So I just wanted to weigh in on that.
Absolutely. It makes a lot of sense. You know, let's blame it on the armed robber, but we got to concoct a plan first so that people will believe when we say, oh, this thing happened. Because the neighbors said that the two young ladies, if you look at the pictures, there's a young girl always cover her hair. She always wear the hoodie. So she and Charlotte always fought. Yeah. So, but the indictment did speak about that when she alarmed the authorities about break-ins or armed robber whatsoever, they beef up security patrol in the area and they told her to get private security. And she got private security. And 2 private security and her own nephew. I think that's Shalom Musu uncle. The guy name is Musu. The 3 of them were in a yard. And all 3 of them corroborated one another that they did not hear or they did not see anybody enter the yard or enter the house. And the neighbors that jumped over the fence that came in said, we did not hear or we did not see anybody. Okay? Thank you very much. Let's go back to Australia. Richard Yossi, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Gamer.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Gamer. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the hard work that you continue to do.
No doubt.
You know the story that Sis Rachel was talking about, right?
Yeah.
Of Mama Point.
Mama Point, yeah.
It was my cousin. Yeah, I don't want to call me, but it was my cousin I happened to.
Oh,
it was my cousin that was killed. Yeah. And this guy was working in the government as well. He was working National Investment Commission.
Yeah.
And he didn't have that problem yet. And the guy was killed. But the people didn't know how they. You see, today I think that guy is still in jail. You seen it? So the issue with Shalom Musu, is just simple. When the woman made a call, tell Lacey when the woman made a call. The first time she made a call, her voice was very normal. She was speaking like after nothing happened. After the man picked the call and they said hello, that's when she started doing that drama.
Yeah.
Started acting. And she cried. No. When she called the man, she did not tell the man that the girl was stabbed multiple times.
No.
She said the intruder stabbed the girl, and then she took the knife, and then the intruder took the knife back, and then they started talking each other. I don't know where that rock came from.
Where did rock came
Yeah.
from? Pepper spray your eye.
Yeah, pepper spray your that one thing. But she was able to go and fast take it off.
Yeah.
You know, maybe in the house they get tree and thing growing there, or you know, they get breako in the hall and other stuff. So she just first take a thing in the house. You know, the story is hard to lie, Mr. Gilman. And you know, the one thing that's going on, you know what bothered me in the whole thing?
No.
Is the constant disobedience of Joseph Boakai and his legs called the Unity Party. Today, I want to share something with you. The guys from the National Forestry today, they went to one school in the Palmersville area, NETANYAHU, where this man who owned the school is racing wildlife animal. Got over 5 to 6 crocodiles in the place, or open place.
Yeah.
Where you got other people living within the community, and the people went there today to take the things out of the place today. And guess what happened, Mr. Gamer? The entire student, they were there violating the law, calling the people wrong. People who came from government circle, doing things for their own safety, they were calling the people wrong. They're calling the people names. These things are happening because of Joseph Boakai, their actions.
Right.
They are leaders. They continue to violate the constitution of our country. They continue to take respect of our justice system. If a man who served as a former vice president for that country, 45 years in government, can have the constant lobby to when you go to jail for to go see Musu's you got means to call to the president to talk to her on the phone. Why is it that you have to leave and go to that place?
Right.
And your people there using incentives from the government. Where everybody know the case, even the Joseph Boakai men know that it's not Musu's carrying again, that somebody with you horse carrying again. Why are they creating this problem for Liberia? Why are they making our country to be very unlawful? Because these are the things the citizens see and go against the government. Your own good, you can make it, keep it crocodile, alligator in the place there. Nothing that will harm anybody.
Yeah.
People trying to be passing over there, the foreign nothing there, and harm them. They will eat from the student. They're not seeing it from that point, but then they were there today, and you know, insulting the law enforcement officer. These things are wrong. These things are happening because the people who call themselves leader, they are not serving as a sample. They get called about and say, represented. They stay in public and re-insult our people who are their head in the House of Legislators, causing the speaker, causing the president. When the common man who in the school, who listen to the radio, how do you expect them to treat law-abiding citizens?
Right.
I think the government need to be very drastic on the people to set example. And when the government can set example on the people will continue to feel that there is no law and order in the country. And you know, it hurt me so much. It hurt me so much, Mr. Kemal, to see these things happening. When the people know they are left overseas, they know that when even police make interact with a citizen, another citizen not get better, go in true. You not even get better, just go and put an officer. There's a case that happened here, Mr. Kemal, right in front of me, working in Australia. Car accident right in front of us. My wife and myself, we went to buy the market. And the car accident right in front of us. When the police came around, other people were around. The police asked my wife, are you willing to testify? My wife said no. But was testing her, right? And then she was trying to explain to somebody. Everybody that was down there was not willing to testify. The police told us to leave. We should leave the scene because we're not willing to tell them what very happy on the ground.
Right.
And people who are willing, they keep them to testament for them. And this is how we're supposed to live. We can't live overseas, our family overseas, and then we'll continue to follow the laws of our land. Thank you so much, Mr. Kemna, for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank
and
you.
continue to do what you are doing.
Thank you very much. Our last caller is Arthur Solo Senior. Solo Senior, welcome.
Thank you, Pops. How you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Mr. Gilman, thank you for everything. And Madam Chapping, long time, thank you. Uh, Mr. Gilman, there's urgency that we haven't addressed. Is this Dr. Allen? He he's
Alan White.
Yeah, Allen White. He's
Yeah.
pointing finger in the direction that he wanted people to follow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you listen to this representative from Florida, Matthew Gates.
Matt Gates.
He asked the same question to Secretary Austin, that do we have a regime change policy in the military? He said no. He said, okay, why is it that each general that we train ended up overthrowing the president? Let's start with Burkina Faso. Let's start with Guinea.
Yeah.
Mali. All the generals, we train them. In 2 years time, they overthrow the president. Why are you training? What exactly you telling them? You know,
right?
He didn't really answer that question. It's the same thing Allen White is doing. You know,
mm-hmm.
He's telling so-called Liberian in America here, say, "Oh, you vote for the wrong person. Take a look around. What happened?" You know.
Yeah.
Coup d'etat in Mali, coup d'etat in Burkina Faso. So you telling me coup d'etat will happen in Liberia when we vote for the wrong person? And who is the wrong person?
Who is the wrong person? Who's the right person?
Who's the right person?
Yeah.
As an American, you sitting here telling me who will be the right person in Liberia. Just tell me.
Right.
But there's so many Liberians. You see, when it comes to patriotism, Mr. Given, Liberian people are the most disloyal people in the world. They don't have the country at heart.
So
look at how many Liberian people that were on that platform. Even when they heard you to say, doctor, excuse me, who you think will be the right person that you were pointing to? This is our country you're talking about.
Right.
Nobody able to put their country. They all sitting behind their political party. You see how desperate Liberian people can be?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah.
I look at it when you were talking about it, I didn't have time to really digest the video. But when you cut that clip and you posted it, I would to work. I got to work angry because listening to it is like to say you directing people indirectly. You speaking indirectly.
Mm-hmm.
And what he's doing is very dangerous as a state person. Even when they were afraid to do coup d'etat, they just had insurance for Allen White. That it happened to Burkina Faso. Nothing happened to the people that did it. It happened to Guinea. Nothing happened to the people that did it. It happened to Mali. Nothing happened to the people that did it.
Yeah.
And so forth. That's what you're telling them. Mr. Gamer, I will beg the concerned Liberian network, because this is the only counter punch for this kind of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
To at least write the State Department saying this is wrong. Because if we don't say something, Mr. Gilman,
right,
we are the only people left to say anything. Nobody else will. And my glorious sister, Elena Flomo, said, we weren't here before.
Oh, we are
here now.
Right.
We are here, Mr. Gilman. We have to say something. We cannot depend on Musa Dean to say anything, because he's the justice minister. He could inquire and say, look, you cannot be, this is not about freedom of speech. In America, they don't say you cannot yell fire in theater. That's not freedom of speech.
Right.
You know, you're sitting in a country that you had no idea of the polity that existed there. And you're telling people your wrong vote. It's just just one. Who the hell are you?
I know.
Mr. Gilman, this is the scary thing when I look at the people in the opposition. You know, the late John McCain, there was a lady that called Obama and he said, no, man, no. He took the microphone.
Yeah, he said, you're a good man. Would you have a
difference?
He said,
man, we have
would you have a policy difference? You're a good man.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
That's how people prove to people about we are only fighting for the greater good of the country, Mr. Gilman. Hey, Allah.
Thank you very much, Solo Senior.
Thank you.
Let me squeeze this caller in from Australia. One quick minute here. Hello, on the WhatsApp line. Hello,
Yeah, Mr. Gilman, thank you for having me on your show. I'm Victor Patent.
Victor Patton.
Yeah,
Will I Patton?
yeah,
It's been a while since I heard you. How you doing?
I'm not bad. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, Mr. Gilman, I'm only concerned about this case is that there was something I saw um, disturbing with the whole lawyer that's supporting the justice, the former justice minister
Yeah,
Scott.
yeah.
This Mr. Gilmer, you cannot. There's no way in America you will see the Department of Justice, the head of the Department of Justice, is going to court to advocate on behalf of somebody that is charged with murder case. You see, I was listening to the news and I heard that Francis Johnson Murray was part of the lawyer. I mean, why would she want to do that?
She now in government. She's not working for government right now.
Even if she's not working in government, this is the government that you have worked in. This is
I
the government
know.
that you have served. You are a big name to
Yeah.
you have a lot of respect out there.
Mm-hmm.
People like what's the guy name? The George Janet. You earn
Cabinet
the respect.
Janet.
Why would you
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
You can't look. There was one time I was watching the news from America. There was a lot of lawyers that denied Donald Trump because they know clearly he's not a good person. So
Right. Right.
lawyers deny him. They don't want to stand for
And
him.
they are still denying
You
him. Today,
Yeah,
today
you stand up for the
talking about
country.
Donald Trump, or yesterday, because after 2 o'clock here, yesterday his special aide took a plea deal against
Yeah,
Donald Trump. He took a plea deal in this document investigation.
yeah. I was
Okay.
listening to it,
Yeah.
and all this thing is disturbing. Janet should never go anywhere close near that. Francis Johnson Morris should never go, even if you're a former whatever. But because of that, the fact that you serve this country and this is the government that you work in, this is the institution that you have built, you cannot undermine. What you doing there? I don't know. Our people don't have even sense to think about their integrity or something.
Right.
People like that, Jerome, you have served on the TRC, you have served on a special investigation. Why you behaving like this?
Yeah. Absolutely.
The Liberian people have respect for you, they trust you. Keep your respect.
Thanks,
You don't
Parton.
have to work with George We are government.
No, you
You can
don't.
work with another government. You
Yeah,
can try.
you can try, but you don't come lying and
Yeah, we have
conspiring with
respect for
people,
this guy, man.
conspiring
This
with
guy is so
people.
disappointing.
Yeah.
He shows you, I don't know how to call it, but and one of the things I want to say to the government, as we talk on the other side, we should try to talk on the other side. We are pleading with this government to try to do something. I mean, invest a little bit of money or a little bit of attention into our justice department. There are other people that have been dying, like Harry Grease and some of the editor, all the things that happen. We understand, but we have to start from somewhere, and this is the place we're starting from.
Absolutely.
People, when we're talking about the case, they talk about how about the drugs case, how about the other one, how about the other one. It's okay. We have to start from
Starting
somewhere,
from
and
somewhere.
this is where we're starting from.
Thank you very much, Victor Patton. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Chapin, can you close up for us in 2 minutes if you have the time? Russia, Mrs. Chapin. Well, folks, we're gonna please try with me. If you are hearing the music, I'm gonna try from another angle. I'm gonna play you our closing song here from another angle, and let me know if you are hearing it on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Okay, please. We had a technician in today, and we did fine tune the sets here, and everything was working well. And so far, everything has been working well. But I want to try this music from this side. Richard Yossi says the sound is clear. Miles SPP Lu said low. Gabriel Wells said clear. Any feedback from the YouTube channel? What a mixed reaction there. Some people say it's clear, it's loud. Other people say bad sound quality. Inside jail, no woman there. Inside jail. Stephen A. Baz, how you doing? Gabriel West. Joe says the sound is low. GD Greer, the sound is clear, sir. Okay, thank you very much, folks. Baby soup. Inside jail, no woman there. Nimle Isian Saye from Monrovia. Good morning. Folks, that does it for us here tonight or this morning. Thanks for being there. We're going to be back here in a few hours with you on this platform. All of you that send stars our way, our subscribers, we say thank you very much for keeping us afloat. Out of Solo Singer, the music is clear and loud. Please increase your volume. Emmanuel Bro, I'm hearing the cloud and clear on Facebook. What about YouTube? Emmanuel Bro, what about YouTube? No woman there. Join us on the FM dial where the entertainment never stops. No woman there. Inside J. Until then, Grace T, Jabba, Helena Brown, Sam Rex. No, it's a mono sound. Okay. Do have yourself a wonderful night. I'll catch you again.